Now, from the WCCO Live Desk, you're watching CBS News Minnesota.
Hello, I'm Maria Lizignoli. It's 10 o'clock live in the WCCO newsroom. Thanks for joining us at the Live Desk. Police in Brooklyn Park are in search of a woman who is missing. She was last seen with her 2 children. According to police, 35-year-old Brittany Thomas has been missing since noon on Sunday. She was last seen in the 7,000 block of Northland Circle North in a vehicle. Her 7-year-old daughter and 12-year-old son were with her at the time. Authorities described Thomas as 5 feet 4 inches tall and 220 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Her vehicle is a blue-green 2022 Honda Accord with Indiana plates reading 565COF. Anyone with information is asked to call Brooklyn Park PD through Hennepin Dispatch at 952-258-5321. A teenager is severely injured after falling nearly 20 stories inside an abandoned grain elevator in Minneapolis last night. According to Minneapolis police, a group of teenagers was trespassing inside the decommissioned checkerboard grain elevator near 38th Street and Hiawatha Avenue around 8:30 p.m. One of them, an 18-year-old, fell onto an elevated platform and suffered life-threatening injuries. Minneapolis fire crews needed to use a ladder truck to reach the teen and provide medical care, authorities say. Adam Duxter is following this today and will bring you a report live at noon. Police have not said that this is connected to a troubling trend we recently told you about, urban explorers. That's where young people are attempting to or actually breaking into restricted or abandoned buildings and posting videos online. Now, Minneapolis police are revealing details on the growing problem. A Minneapolis church has been the largest target of these attempted break-ins. According to police, there have been 9 unique police events at Holy Cross Catholic Church between June 9th and July 31st, and that includes 6 formal reports. Another incident Minneapolis police are investigating involves a group entering into U.S. Bank Stadium. According to police, they responded to a report of a masked group entering into the stadium last Friday night. There was minor damage to a door and a gate. So far, no arrests have been made. Police have noted that there's been an increase this year in these types of incidents. So far in 2026, there have been at least 103 incidents in Minneapolis related to the trend. That's compared to a total of 83 for all of 2025. Big news for the city of Minneapolis. They are now searching for a new commissioner of public safety. Todd Barnett is stepping down by the end of the year. This comes after ongoing battles to get him confirmed by the city council. Barnett oversees Minneapolis police, fire, emergency management, 911, and neighborhood safety departments. The former Hennepin County chief judge has served as the top public safety official since 2023, but the city council recently rejected his reappointment for a second term twice. Progressive council members blamed him for record budget shortfalls in the police and fire departments and questioned the effectiveness of his violence prevention efforts. Barnett says he will remain in the position through December to help ensure a smooth transition while the city looks for a permanent replacement. Remember, the city is also looking for a new police chief. So a lot on the plate for Minneapolis city leaders right now. We're continuing to follow these hiring searches and we'll update you as we learn more. Speaking of hiring, happening right now, a hiring event ahead of the start of the school year by St. Paul Public Schools. Now, this is an in-person event at the American Indian Magnet School from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. today. The event is specifically for non-licensed positions. That includes things like teaching assistants, community education, and facilities services. You can schedule an interview online at spps.org, but also walk-ins are welcome. Listen to this. TSA is rolling out new technology at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport today. Officials say the new tools are aimed at speeding up security lines. TSA PreCheck Touchless ID is now available for use at both the north and south checkpoints at Terminal 1. The system compares a traveler's face to the photo on their passport. TSA officials will give an in-person demonstration this afternoon starting at 2 p.m. and we'll bring you more in our later newscasts. Today is National Night Out. It's an annual community building campaign promoting partnerships with the police and community. There are thousands of events planned across the country in all 50 states, from block parties to festivals, along with safety demonstrations and seminars. It's really a day full of fun and education. Here in Minnesota, dozens of cities and towns will be participating, including Minneapolis and St. Paul. The Twins make one more deal before the trade deadline, but will it make a difference? Coming up, see who is coming here for the stretch run. Plus, as we take a live look outside, we'll have a brand new forecast with Katie Steiner right after the break.
Now, from the WCCO Live Desk, you're watching CBS News Minnesota.
Welcome back to the Live Desk. Take a look at this. We are following new reports this morning after fire crews responded to a structure fire Monday night near Duluth. This is along the Whiteface Reservoir. Officials say 2 people and 2 dogs made it out of the home before it became fully engulfed. Luckily, nobody was injured. The home is considered a complete loss. Authorities say a thunderstorm had moved through the area shortly before the fire. Neighbors reported hearing a loud boom, and investigators are looking at a possible lightning strike as the cause. Authorities are still continuing to investigate. Happening today, more entry points will soon reopen in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. State officials do plan to provide another update today on those fires. It's happening this afternoon at 1 p.m. and we will bring you the latest when that begins at 1 live right here at the live desk. Here's a live look outside downtown Minneapolis. A little bit of overhead clouds, but it's actually going to be a pretty nice day today despite the rain we had this morning. So let's check in with next weather meteorologist Katie Steiner for a full look at today's forecast.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm meteorologist Katie Steiner. Here is a look at your temperatures right around 10 o'clock. We're at 70 degrees. High temperature today, 78, so it's going to be really nice. Dew points are going to be nice and low, low humidity. You can see our current conditions, 64 in Owatonna, or at 65 in Mankato. Wind speeds are going to be a little bit stronger. We're at 12 miles per hour right now in the Twin Cities. You can expect them anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour throughout the day. And again, our high temperature 78. We're at 75 in Hinckley, 70 degrees up in Grand Rapids. Your overnight low temperatures, we are going to be close to 60 degrees, 50 if you live in greater Minnesota, and then also up to the north, we are in the 40s. And then each day this week, we're going to get warmer and warmer, closer to 90 degrees as we get to the weekend. We're at 81 degrees in the Twin Cities, 77 up in Duluth. Tomorrow, you're looking at Thursday, where we're going to be at 84, so a couple degrees actually above average. And then once we get to Friday and Saturday, it's going to be pretty warm. But here's a look at our smoke forecast. These are from the wildfires in Spokane and also in up in Canada. Here's a look at Saturday morning. You can see we have a chance for that smoke. And then through the day Saturday, that's kind of our next best chance for that smoke that we are going to be watching. So if that affects you, that's going to be something just to keep in mind. Should be smoke free for a little bit. And then Friday, we're at 88 degrees. Saturday, you're looking at 89 degrees. Next chance for rain is Sunday morning, and then also Monday, 86 on Sunday, 81 degrees on Monday.
All right, Katie, thank you. The MLB trade deadline is here. The Twins did one more deal yesterday, and they're all in to try to make the playoffs. We were told they would not trade Ryan Jeffers and that they were going to buy and not sell. Mike Mack says the pressure comes from the fans and also new investors who want to attract more investors. So the team acquired their fourth veteran pitcher. His name is Jeff Hoffman. He's 6'5", 230 pounds, and he was the closer in Toronto. But he was actually replaced by Louis Varland because Hoffman struggled early this season. The Twins give up 3 prospects, including Minnesota native John Klein. They think Hoffman can fill different roles.
He was going to be one of the top arms ultimately to move with his ability to, he has the experience of pitching in the back end of games. He's pitched in, a variety of different roles, but he's closed. He's pitched in, other forms of high leverage. So, that flexibility, I think, gives different options.
He's a 5th-round draft pick with flow. And as Ren Clayton reports from the Vikings training camp, this rookie has a chance to make a real impact. Ren?
The first day of pads here at training camp for the Minnesota Vikings. Everybody excited to hit somebody. I think it's safe to say the day was won by the defensive side of the ball over the offense, especially in the 2-minute drill that ended practice. One rookie defensive player that we're keeping an eye on that's making a little bit of an impact is Charles Demings.
Man, the first day of pads, you always get a little bit more juiced up because we just been in shirts and shells, man. And so now we're able, as a corner, we're able to put our hands on guys a little bit more, able to be a little bit more physical and ramp up the juice. So, this is a real feel of like the in-game contact.
The Vikings picked cornerback Charles Demings in the 5th round out of Stephen F. Austin. For any rookie in Brian Flores' defense, the learning curve is steep.
I can't let my mind have clutter in it because that's when I start to mess up technique. That's when you start to overthink. That's when you're not thinking about the schemes and all the boulders you set for yourself to come out for the day and execute. You may try to execute all of them at once and be messed up in the mind, man.
Demings is already comfortable in Minnesota's defensive backs room. They've learned about his non-football talents.
I would say probably one of the best rappers I've heard in a long time. As a football player, yes, sir. As a football player, yes, sir. Not a regular artist, but he's been freestyling in the locker room. I'm like, Chuck, that's you? Okay. So, yeah, we're going to get some songs together, actually.
Man, I wouldn't call it a music career, but, guys ask me to freestyle or just something I like to do for fun, man. I'm good with my words.
In Eagan, Ren Clayton, WCCO Sports.
And it's training camp for the Gophers, too. Today is day 2 of workouts. And it's really a year-round process in college football. You're either practicing or lifting. So training camp represents the new beginning of something that's been in place since the end of last season.
And we've already been kind of starting with that. I mean, even back in in January, when some of the new freshmen got here and the transfers as well. We always say a connected team is a dangerous team, and we've definitely been doing our part of just being a connected team.
The Olympic torch could make a stop in Minneapolis in 2028. Yesterday, the Minneapolis Enterprise and Labor Relations Committee approved Minneapolis as a host for the relay.
Authorizing an agreement with the LA 2028 Summer Olympics Organizing Committee to have Minneapolis as a host city for the 2028 Olympic Games Flame and Torch Relay.
So for the first time, the torch will pass through all 50 states. This will happen over 3 months, ending with the games opening in Los Angeles. Getting together with friends is getting expensive. How much people say they've spent on socializing this summer as finances are testing friendships. Mid Morning is next.
Thanks so much for being with us on this Tuesday morning. How much do you think you've spent this summer? Yeah, according to research from Daily Pay and Talker, average person spending nearly $400 per weekend.
And get this, half of people said they're spending most of that money on socializing and admit having a social life is becoming more difficult to afford. I don't know who these people are. I'm not spending $400.
Okay.
Hold on. Come
Here's
on.
the thing.
She is one of those people, apparently.
Yes, okay. I will say, if you go out to dinner, okay, with your family, okay, so we have 5 people. It did not used to be this way. It's usually like $150, okay? Wow. And my husband took my daughter to Spider-Man the other day. The tickets themselves weren't terrible. It was like a matinee.
Okay, so you got the cheaper prices.
But still, like you're talking at least like another $60, like, and that's just for like if you're going out to with the
this is the dinner
tickets
and
no tickets and concessions. If you because